ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam nabiyyan wa rasulah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Para penggemar, selamat malam buat warga di Amerika dan selamat pagi buat kawan-kawan, saudara-saudara kita di Indonesia. Sebelum mulai, saya membacakan raditu billahi satu dua ayat ala asrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ayat 10 dan 11. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu
unmute.
Bang Irwan ke mute.
Di unmute.
In kuntum ta'lamun.
Diulang lagi ayat pembacaan ayatnya tadi kena mute.
Oke, a'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu hal adullukum ala tijaratin tunjikum min adzabin alim. Tu'minuna billahi wa rasulihi wa tujahiduna fi sabilillahi bi amwalikum wa anfusikum. Dzalikum khairul lakum in kuntum ta'lamun. Yang mana artinya, oh you believe, shall I lead you to a bargain or business that will save you from the hellfire? That ye believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His messenger, and that you strive in the cause of Allah with your property and your persons, your own self. That will be the best for you if you know. So this is sebagai reminder buat kita di entrepreneurship ini, IMSA, kita berbicara masalah bisnis, dan kemudian juga banyak berbicara masalah stock dan sebagainya. Sebagai reminder bahwa Allah Subhanahu wa taala di sini remind kita bahwa yang terbaik adalah kembali kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Allah Subhanahu wa taala menantang kita bagi umat Islam ini, tahukah kamu apa yang terbaik, bisnis yang terbaik yang menyelamatkan kamu dari api neraka, yaitu kembali kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala dan Rasulnya, dan juga adalah fisabilillah, insyaallah. Sehingga itu kita kembali kepada niat kita, memperbarui niat kita bahwa semua apa yang kita lakukan ini adalah untuk Allah Subhanahu wa taala, baik itu bisnis dan sebagainya, insyaallah. Malam ini insyaallah kita ditemani oleh rekan lama, yaitu Mas Yusri dari Houston, alumni saya juga termasuk alumni Houston. Alhamdulillah, dan beliau ini sebagai presiden daripada Athena Enterprise yang mana bergerak di bidang stok halal stok ya. Nah, sebenarnya saya nggak begitu tahu banyak nih Mas Yusri dengan Athena. Jadi mungkin untuk lebih singkatnya mungkin saya serahkan ya kepada Mas Yusri untuk memperkenalkan bagaimana yang paling penting itu bagaimana, kenapa start, kenapa ada ini, dan apa bedanya dengan yang lainnya, dan sebagainya yang kira-kira bisa meyakinkan kita. Ada dua tujuan sih. Pertama adalah memperlihatkan teman-teman yang orang Indonesia yang di Amerika ini bagaimana membuat bisnis, ya. Kedua yaitu kalaupun mau berbisnis, umpamanya tidak bisa berbisnis, mau membeli stok, kira-kira yang mana yang lebih bagus dari itu untuk compliance. Jadi mungkin saya serahkan ke Mas Yusri ini. Silakan Mas.
Thank you. Terima kasih banyak Pak Irwan. Pertama sekali saya pengen salam kenal untuk semuanya dulu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Semoga suatu saat kita bisa bertemu beyond virtual seperti ini, insya Allah. Ini sebetulnya saya sudah 15 tahun sebetulnya di stock investing, dan selama 10 tahun sebelumnya itu saya selalu struggling dengan mau invest di mana. Sebaiknya mau beli stok itu yang mana yang mau dibeli. Beli mutual fund itu yang mana yang mau dibeli. Saya selalu struggling dengan itu. Strugglingnya pertama sekali adalah tentang apakah stok yang saya beli ini akan halal apa enggak. Saya lalu bertemu dengan beberapa orang teman yang merekomendasikan untuk membeli mutual fund yang klaim sebagai halal mutual fund. Lalu saya selidiki detailnya mutual fund itu, ternyata ada stok-stok juga yang menurut saya pribadi itu nggak masuk ke dalam halal stock. Mereka juga ada menjual alkohol, for example. Contohnya waktu itu yang saya komplain ke orang ini yang mengklaim itu adalah Amazon. Yes, Amazon is hot ticker. Semua orang pengen punya Amazon stock karena bisnisnya yang sangat new business, yang sangat booming. Tapi dia juga allow everyone to sell beer, to sell alcohol, to sell wine di platform mereka. Lalu saya tanya ke owner, yang run mutual fund itu, how do you explain this? This is not halal stock. Setelah sekian bulan, mereka akhirnya drop Amazon dari list mutual fund mereka. Tapi it brings to me, seharusnya setiap investor itu harus belajar dulu untuk mencari hal yang halal itu yang mana yang bisa diinvest. Kita tidak bisa hanya percaya saja dengan apa yang diomongkan orang, ini halal, and then we go ahead and buy it as well. Nah dari situ saya mulai berpikir, banyak sebetulnya mutual fund yang klaim sebagai halal, cuman setelah saya lihat, I'm not very happy with all of it. Ada 1, 2 stok, 5 stok di dalam mutual fund itu yang nggak halal. Lalu saya mulai belajar sendiri untuk mencari kriteria yang halal itu seperti apa. Alhamdulillah.
Ada yang nanya nih, itu ada yang bisa ini katanya bisa bahasa Inggris nggak ya?
Oh, okay, sure. Alright.
Speak dikit lah, nggak apa-apa lah.
Alright, yes, English I can do that too, inshallah. So like I said a few minutes ago, I was struggling to find what is the halal stock to buy in the past 10 years. But later, not even mutual funds that claim themselves to be a halal mutual fund are free from any stock that carry some, which in my opinion, I'm not comfortable buying them. All right. So I study myself and, I make myself study, learning how to find the stock halal. And alhamdulillah, I got to the point that I knew what the criteria is set by Islam. For example, the total debt to market cap ratio is set to a certain number, and the product line is set to a certain number. So I've been trying to use that guidance to invest for myself. And in 2020, last March, that's where the COVID started, happening. I started teaching some stock investment to few communities, Jamaah at Istiqlal Masjid in Houston. There's maybe about 25 people in my class. And I show them how to find screen for the halal stock and how to identify which stock is good to buy with some computer assist method, And within 2 months, this 25 brand new traders, if you will, they have become profiting. They're able to make a profit themselves and start thinking, hey, maybe it's time for us to make a bigger impact beyond just Houston. We can go bigger than that. We can go North America. We can go worldwide. Maybe not just me, a Muslim struggling to find a halal stock. So that's where it began. So then 4 of us develop a platform. We call it a company. We form a company called Atina. Can anyone guess where Atina comes from? It was from Rabbana Atina Fidunya Hasana. That's where Atina is coming from. So may Allah grant us, the happiness here in dunya and the akhirah. And then the mission of the Atina itself become bigger. We felt like it's more than just making money. It felt like, if we able to help another Muslim anywhere to find the halal income via stock trading, we're impacting their akhirah as well. So the missions now is really a big project for us, the dunya project, and also inshallah it'll also become the akhirah project for us, where we're trying to save any Muslim who's struggling, or if you looked at the 401k mutual fund, for example, it is really hard to find that it's actually all contain halal stock. Mutual fund, if you just go by age, I'm 50 years old. It means mutual fund that fits for me is 2030, 2035. it will always have the financial components to it, the treasury bond to it, which is in Islam is not permissible. So we, as the as a Muslim investor, we need to do much more diligent job in buying, and that's where Athena's come from. We try to help any Muslim who trying to understand the stock market and trying to participate in it. We try to give them the easy way how to get started and how to manage the risk and how to manage the portfolio. You name it. Athena also has the division of educations. So we teach them how to buy and sell, how to manage the risk, and expectation of the goal itself. So Athena is, for me right now in personal, it's a project that is beyond our existence in the earth. It's actually between dunya and akhirah project, inshallah. I hope that give you a little bit idea what we're doing.
Hey, inshallah. So back to the audience, inshallah. Thank you, Mas Yusri, for the brief introduction of Athena, what Athena do and stuff like that. Before we go to the question and answer and stuff like that, first I would like to remind about the concept of the entrepreneurship. You look at the story that the Yusri was explaining to you is the personal pain. It's about innovation. It's a personal pain. You try to resolve the personal pain and then expand the personal pain, the resolution that you have. Instead of just to resolve your own pain, you can resolve many other pains. This is the basic concept of innovation. So back to entrepreneurship in our channels, alhamdulillah, he explained it in the real life, Mas Yusri. He explained in real life about how he started, and that's the event of having it as build a business, which is resolve your own pain and then expand it, the resolution to the other stocks. So that's one. So the second thing, so I have before I start open up for the question and answer. So can you explain to me about when do you start? When do you start this?
Athena?
Athena?
Yeah, Athena officially started. We formed the LLC in June 19, 2020. So we are about 6 months old right now. Alhamdulillah.
So
okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, within 6 months, alhamdulillah, we in September, within 6 months, 2 months before that, before we go public, if you will, we are preparing the infrastructure. We are preparing the Athena platform. The Athena platform is where we are documenting all of our resource, all of our portfolio. We are very, very transparent. So any subscribers, any clients of us, any customer of Athena, they can see what we actually buy and what we actually sell almost in real time. Matter of 2-second difference between we execute a trade. So we are very trying to be very, very transparent to our customer on everything, our profit, our losses, and so on and so forth.
So how do you turn the service that you have into financial gain? Are you basically charging monthly, or is it subscribe based, or anything?
Yeah. We have. Let's start with the beginning. We have 3 products actually that is our trademark. Number 1 is the Halal list of stock from US market. So currently, after a very rigorous filter, we are applying 4 layers of filter about Sharia compliance applied to US stock. We have about 800 stock in our Halal list at this moment. So from this 800 list of stock, so that is product number 1. That's available for our subscribers, our clients. Our subscribers, we have 3 plans. One is bronze, silver, and gold. The bronze is basically the free subscribers for anyone who like to getting into the stock market and trying to understand it, trying to see the news, what Athena has produced, and trying to take a look, snippet of the halal list that we have, you can subscribe to bronze. No, you don't have to provide any credit card whatsoever. The next level of that is the silver. The silver, you start receiving the alert from us. Every single time we buy something, we buy stock, you have SMS text to your phone. Athena just bought stock A, B, and C, for example, for the price of $50, something like that. You can, we're not giving recommendations. So the alert in this case will be information for you to follow or not. It's all up to you. That's silver subscriptions. And this higher than that, we have gold subscriptions. We are very cheap. The silver is only like $15 per month, and gold is about $25 per month. In gold, we are trying to provide the alert to our customer up to 10 buys every single week. So there are 52 weeks, in a year, and every single week we give them the alert about 10 of them. So in a year, our client subscribers actually receiving about 520 stock to buy. That's very plenty. That's aggressive, and we only charge them $25 per month, which is basically like $300 per year, something like that. Mm-hmm. And you compare that to a competitor out there, which is recommending any stock, not necessarily exclusively halal stock. They're charging like $2,000, $3,000 per year, and their recommendation may be like 50 stocks. So we are about 10 times more than that, and a tenth of the price. So yeah. That's the business model. So we're trying to. The third one was, the third one of the product line we have is educations. We also have the training for the beginners, training to intermediate traders, and training for the advanced traders. How them, they can be more efficient in executing the trades.
Mas, anunya apa? Where is the website?
Oh, the website is athena.co. That's ATINAAA.co.
Okay, so yeah, let me, Mas Rida or anybody, can you put it in? Okay, somebody already put it in. Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
All right. So anyway, there is another question. There is a bunch of questions. Basically, I see a lot of questions here. One of them is, explain how the Athena collect the data. That's one. Which is related to one of them that says that, how do you define if the stock is halal or not? So I think it's related.
Yeah.
Then another one is that the very quick one, probably you can answer this one quickly, is that what is the minimum limit to applying to an account? And then what kind of an account does Athena have? So that's what the other one.
Okay. Let me answer the last one first.
Yeah.
Athena doesn't have account. You manage your own account through your choice of brokerage account. You probably have the Fidelity right now, or TD Ameritrade.
Robinhood.
Or Robinhood, yeah, exactly, or Robinhood. So you continue using that platform. Athena, you don't have to open the account for trading through Athena. We don't have that services. The account for Athena is only to allow you to access our halal stock list and to receive our stock alert every single time we buy something or sell something. That's the account with Athena. All right. And next, I'll go back to the questions. Where do I get this halal stock? Well, we subscribe to the service called IESX. They provide real-time data of 15,000 of US stock. They provide all of the financial instruments as well. So we subscribe to them to get real data. And from this real data, we start making a filter. Number one, we are applying 4 layers of filter. Number one is financial healthy of the company itself, meaning how much debt the company has. Our ratio is the company who has the debt be more than 25%, debt to market cap ratio, more than 25%, we exclude them from the halal list. And that knocked down the 5,000 to maybe like 2,000 almost immediately. That first filter alone. By the way, we have the Associate of Audit for Islamic Financial Auditing. In other words, it's called AAIOFI. This based in somewhere in Middle East. These were the group of scholars from all Muslim countries that get together every year to give the guidance to all the investors about Islamic financial. And their threshold was 30% debt to market cap ratio. And for Athena, we would like to be even more conservative than AOFI, than the guidance, 30%. So we lower down our threshold to 25% just to make sure we get the halal stock, all right? The second was following that, we're also looking at the interest bearing of from the company. If the company has too much cash, which resulting in interest, bank interest or riba, more than 5% of their revenue, we also knock them out from the halal list. So financial, it has to be healthy. They don't collect too much cash, like hoarding cash. We also avoid them, which is not good for the business. If the company has too much cash, we want them to spend that cash to develop a new thing, to improve the company. That's what we want to see. The third one was the product line. The product line, of course, our guidance here is the Quran and Hadith, where we cannot associate ourselves with any alcohol product, with pork, with entertainment, you name it. You all know about this one already. So we filter a product line from their 10K report. So every public company in US, they have to report, they call it 10K report about their business once a year to SEC. So we have algorithm and look for any category, this word in their 10K report. If, like bank has the interest and so on and so forth, if we see some of these in the report, that company immediately filter out from the list. So toward the end, right now, from 15,000 as the input, we only have like 800 stock that we deem to be Sharia compliant. And again, just to make sure what we're doing is correct, we also hire the Sharia advisor, Dr. Main Al-Quda from Houston. He's very active with AMJA, and he's very well-known scholar about auditing financial institutions and so on and so forth. He's our Sharia advisor, just to make sure what we're doing is correct according to his fiqh Islamic knowledge. So he's on board with us right now. And before we publish anything, we show it to Dr. Main, and he review it, and he also put the blessing, yes, this is good to go. Then we publish it to our subscribers. I hope that makes sense.
Thank you. By the way, give my salam to Sheikh Ma'an when you see him.
Inshallah, yes, I will.
For a long time. He's a good friend of mine in Mass. So anyway, let's continue. I have a few other questions here, and one of them says that do you have any recommendation for brokerage that we can use, and any review that you think? And the second one is there any Athena, other than Athena recommendation, is there any other platforms that similar to Athena, with the halal one?
Yeah. All right. The brokerage recommendations, I've been using maybe like 7 brokerage firm in the past, and I stick with 2 right now. I stick with TD Ameritrade and Fidelity. The TD Ameritrade, I like them because they have Thinkorswim platform. That's the trading platform that I found very flexible. That's where I wrote my code in Thinkorswim. So that's where the machine learning code that I wrote is Thinkorswim. So the quant trading, where the computer program scanning in through 800 stock that we have, looking at some informations that trigger us to rank them higher to buy. That is in Thinkorswim right now. That's a very friendly software, and it's very easy maintained. They have the mobile version, they have the web versions. The mobile versions, you can execute a trade within 2 minutes. You get in, you receive the alert from Athena, for example, buy stock ABC. Then you log in for 2 seconds and hit buy button, and you're good to go. So for those who are actually actively working in the office environment, you have your daily job and you don't have time to study about what stock to buy, I really recommend you to subscribe to Athena. Right now we have 2 weeks free test. If you interested, you can test Athena, test drive Athena for 2 weeks for free, for nothing. Just to see, you can receive the text alert from us, and you can test that in your own platform. You can even paper trade it. Oh, this is a good one about Thinkorswim. They have the paper trade service. What it meant was you don't have to use real money, just for testing, to get yourself comfortable, knowing where the button is. You use the fake money, the monopoly money, if you will. The Thinkorswim provide you like $200,000 fake money, paper money, so for you to learn how to trade. And once you get comfortable in trading, you can start using your own money. Maybe start small first.
Thank you. So anyway, so do you have anything in your algorithm to say that, okay, if Irwan coming in, then it's free for him, or?
Our algorithm, if we are trying to follow the big money. If Irwan actually investing $10 million in a stock, our algorithm will catch it.
So anyway, the other things we have is a lot of questions coming in also about are you interested in buying any stocks in Indonesian market, or is it only an US base that you're looking at? And then the other one is asking me about more about, let me see just a second, about the Indonesian. And then the second one by Safrin is that, can they look at Athena's portfolios before they sign in, or is it not? So
yes. All right. Would we interested in buying securities in the Indonesian market? Well, we go back to the filter that we have. At this moment, we don't have filter run for Indonesian market yet. Maybe in the future we will. That goes back to the source of data that we purchase. The source of data that we purchase, they are US-based market only. If we find another source of data that we can buy later, that we can subscribe later for any other international market or Indonesia market, we can expand that way as well. But at this moment, we are limited to only US stock right now. Second question, can you guys look at Athena portfolio? Absolutely. This is where we believe the transparency really comes to. I don't have to say any, oh, we did fantastic, but you just go ahead and look at our portfolio in our website. You can look at our performance, and the performance chart in our athena.co, that is not hypothetical. That is actually real data that we buy every single day, and the profit posted right there is our very own profit. You probably didn't, when somebody else with another services claiming their algorithm is fantastic, they keep saying, we back tested this algorithm for the last 10 years, and this is the outcomes. Of course, you always be smart when you're talking about the past. What about the future? That's the most important. So we are walking away from that concept. We actually posting our own results, our own performance in our website. And like I said, you have 2 weeks free when you subscribe, and you can use that 2 weeks to look at our portfolio. You must be a subscriber to be able to look at what is in our portfolio.
So there is no friend kind of stuff. If I'm a friend of you, then you can give me the All right. So another one from a real broker here is from Ando, said that which strategy is the best fit for trading in US market? Buy on a breakout or buy on a weakness. I always buy on weakness, but anyway.
All right, and this is something. You remember our title of this interview was "New Way of Halal Stock Trading." That's our tagline of Athena. We are really introducing a new way in to pick the stock. So we're not just buy any stock when we look at the price actions in the market. Now it's going low, and okay, I'm gonna bet on my money on it. I'm gonna buy it. That's not the approach we took. Our approach is we try to follow the big institution actions. So we find the humongous volume in the market happening. So once we find that, we looked at whether they are actually buying or selling. Now let me go back for a few seconds. When you hear the stock recommendation on TV or from the newsletter, Amazon hitting 52-week high, the market mover this week or today, yesterday was stock A, B, and C. I think I'm not gonna follow that because it's already happened. You already missed the boat. That's where I'm taking it. What I think I would like to be is we like to be riding the boat before the market actually explodes. We're trying to get in earlier. And how do we identify that moment to get in? That's where our algo comes in. So it could be identifying something when it's already in the midways of going up or in the bottom of the market. We're able to pick up the bottom of the COVID because the big institution actions. We see a lot of buys coming in. Buys here, like, somebody buying in $20 million of worth of stock, a single stock in single buys, $70 million, $75 million. That's the one we're trying to follow. So we follow what the big institutions, what they're doing, they're buying, and we go buying as well. And when they're selling, we also sell our positions. So, and all of that, that's our algo working in the background, trying to identify that moment.
Yeah, basically, usually your algorithm is the same thing what I'm doing in the renewable energy. Because we're doing the prediction modeling. So basically, we're expecting the changes of the weather 15 minutes before it actually happened. So we can allocate the renewable energy. I'm talking about the technology different than this. So yeah, but usually, this is my personal questions. I'm very limited in my fund. So I usually target it a small one. Actually, for me, my own strategy is that since I'm in the renewable, I have a lot of information about how's the movement in the renewable energy kind of stuff. So I'm more focused on investing in the renewable. So far, it's pretty good hit and run. But anyway, I'm looking at, like, for example, the last 4 or 5 months, there are some of the stock that it was $3, $4, now at $28. So it's really, really good because you can buy a lot of shares with $2 and it becomes $20. It's like, how many multiply by 10 times. So if you have $1,000 that you buy the $2 stocks, all of a sudden you have $10,000. So what do you think? Because if I'm going to this, looking at this Fidelity and all this kind of stuff, they're so big. Amazon is expensive. Tesla and all this kind of stuff, it's really expensive. Can only buy. With my fund, I can only buy 1 or 2 of them. And majority of audience probably do the same thing. Has a couple of spares. So what do you recommend in terms of us, the single siders, right? The sites,
absolutely.
Workers been said, okay, while I'm doing work, let me. I have extra money, $300, $500. Can I put it in there? Is it really worth it and stuff like that? So that kind of stuff is better fit with our audience, and they can look at it as how to implement it in real life.
Yeah. All right. To answer the questions, I guess, Alhamdulillah, I've been doing that too in the past, and I've been beaten by that as well. And I've been using many trading technique as well, to get me where I'm right now. But one thing that we need to think of when we start putting our money in the market is the risk profile. What if I buy this company? Are they stable or not? And this is between friends advice, all right? Usually, the stock of blue chips like that, they are much stable, much more stable than the stock that price range between less than $5. So I start looking at that. Yes, it may go up to $10 pretty quickly, but my fear, and that's what happens to me, sometimes they're actually going down to $1 pretty quickly as well. And once they do that, it is very hard for it to come back. So that's one. Number one is risk profile. Number two, I like to see the volume. How much actually volume people trading on that particular stock every single day. If people only trading that stock like 10,000, 100,000 every day, that's not very fluid. You may get stuck. Your capital may get stuck in the stock, and you couldn't sell the stock the way at the price you wanted, unless you wait very, very long. So I'm also looking for the fluidity of the stock itself, the illustrated by the volume that we see. So the volume, I like to buy a stock that has volume trade every day, like 500,000, 1 million volume every day. So it's really fluid. That's my number two criteria. And number three, does it have any big institutional support on it? If no big institution supporting buying to the particular stock, I'll pass that one as well. But if there's big institutions start buying something, and that may be something you can take a closer look. Maybe they're still right now at $2 or $5, but when big institutions start buying them, the big institution here, keep in mind, they are like JP Morgan, Charles Schwab, Merrill Lynch. Imagine they have hundreds of employees studying a stock, studying financial of the stock. So they know way better than we are. They hire people just to analyze a company. And once they analyze it, once they identify a stock to buy, they buy it in big time, $20 million in one purchase. So if this company that I'm interested right now doesn't have that big institutional support, I will pass. Okay. So my recommendation is start looking into that rather than just trying to buy low and expecting to go high. When it's low, there's possibility it continue to go lower.
Okay. Any other questions? I haven't looked at the questions from the Facebook or the YouTube. Is there any other? I mean, I don't see that one. I only see on the message here. So the other one is that from Fanda, does Athena also analyze the penny stocks? I mean, basically that's what it is.
Yeah, no, we don't. The reason for that is the volatility. The penny stock is very, very volatile, and it just you may be cheer happy one day, but I'm afraid you're gonna be crying most of the time.
Oh, I've been crying.
For the penny stock, yeah.
For penny stock, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is another one coming in from Yusuf from San Francisco. Do you have any delay? What is the delay, the gap time between your alert or recommendation to the actual? I mean, is it 2 minutes, 5 minutes?
No. 1 or 2 seconds.
1 or 2 seconds.
Yep, 1 or 2 seconds. Basically, no delays.
Is it real? I mean, realistically, I mean, when I receive an alert from you and accessing mine, I mean, my brokerage software or app, is it how many? What is the time that you're looking at? I mean, usually.
Yeah. Well, it really depends on how fast that particular stock move. So once we execute, like I said, I'm using Thinkorswim. All right. When I execute a trade in Thinkorswim, Thinkorswim will send a message to our server. Athena just bought stock A, B, and C with this price. And our server immediately relay that information to our subscribers in a matter of seconds. Mm-hmm. So in the 2 seconds, you will be receiving the text messages from us. All right. And then you launch your iPhone and look at the Thinkorswim mobile and try to follow Athena, the alert system that we received, that we sent, that takes probably like another 5 seconds and you'll be done. However, when you are in the meeting, for example, in the office environment, you cannot really pull your phone and you cannot really go to the get out of the meeting. Maybe within, when you're able to look at the alert and look at the price when we buy it, for example, the price we buy it like $105, and when you look at it, the screen, the stock already moved to $110. I would suggest you to pass that one. Let's just wait for another alert because it's moving too fast already. Maybe this was Athena strategy. We're not gonna wait long. Once we met our target, we are going to take the profit. Most of the time we exit, our average holding period is only about 3 days, 4 days, or a week. So we exit quickly, secure the profit, and move on.
Hello. Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
So this is all the active. Do you have any like a passive, like the person that doesn't have knowledge like me? I like to have the stock look like they have in the 401k while you sleep and then the stock still going up.
Yeah.
Without worrying that any alert that come and then I have to make my move, you know?
Yeah,
So I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to be stressed, miss the opportunity, or I cannot respond in the right time.
Yeah.
So do you have any like the low risk of the stock where somebody else will play with you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you are using 401k, there's really not much stock you can play in 401k. Usually it's only the company stock that you have in 401k and a whole bunch of choice of mutual funds. But if you have the RA account, you can play long-term, like what your question is. So the
no, my
question
is, can I have the stock look like that? I know that I didn't do anything in the 401k. But they keep growing without me doing something. So do you have in the Athena stock that I can do like that? Like I bought a stock and then I let them in there.
Yeah.
So look like I put a 10,000 and then somebody play with that and then they keep growing without me, without worries for me.
Yes,
to be
correct.
Lose the chance or to make the purchase, you know?
Yes, I understand. The short answer is no. We are swing traders. So we actually, hold on. We actually get in quickly and try to take the profit quickly. However, if you look at the Athena portfolio, since we are buying it because of big institutions just buy it, you can hold the stock quite long. And the stock that we buy, we have another filter on it that only showing us the ones that's actually trending going up, the uptrend stock. You know, we have the health, we call it health check of the company or health check of the sector. We don't want to be participating in this stock that the sector is currently going down. Take a look for right now, energy company. We're not going to buy any energy company anytime soon. Because of what? Because the sector of energy is actually declining right now. So we try to
oil.
Yeah. So we also analyze the market, which sector is going strong. Technology currently is going strong. So we try to stay in a stock that is going the technology rise. And if we identify the big institution buying in technology stock, you actually can hold it longer than Athena.
Okay, so maybe not for me because I'm not a quick move, and then I don't want to be crying.
Yeah, I understand.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So the next one is another question here. Is all the technology stock halal? And can you give me some example?
No, the answer is no. Not all our technology stock is halal. Keep in mind, the one of the criteria is not only just the product line. Product line, yes, they are halal. They are technology companies. They are, they are making software. They are making our lives much better. However, there's another components to it that make them not halal. How much what's their financial balance looks like? Do they have too much debt? If they have too much debt, it means they are living in riba, which is not halal for us. So we have to filter against that criteria as well.
Okay, good, thank you. The other one is that do you also give stop loss level or target price in alert, or so we know when to exit?
Yeah.
Just recommendation to buy.
Yeah. If you subscribe to Halal to Gold plan, you'll be receiving our sell target as well. So when we buy, for example, share ABC for $100, you'll be receiving as well what is our target plan to sell it. Of course, this is a plan. The actual plan, the actual execution price might be vary than the plan. But yes, you'll be receiving the sell target. Regarding stop loss, we don't put it in the system, but mentally, I'm putting about 25% stop loss mentally, but I did not put it in the system.
I see. Okay, good one, 25%.
Yeah, so, and the reason for that, also another one that Athena offer is the position sizing. These are quite important. How, say you have some spare money, okay? And you like to invest in stock, but how much of this money I can invest into a stock? So our practice is trying to spread that money into 20 positions, at least. The reason for that is if that one position goes down and you get stopped at 25%, capital just drop 1%. If you diversify your positions, that's why we choose 20 stock, at minimum to be diversified.
So anyway, I just would like to remind the audience, if you're in the Zoom and you want to ask question directly, you can raise your hand on the Zoom. Then I can identify that one and give you the chance to ask directly, like the sister earlier. She raised her hand. So anyway, any other question for me is what is your exit strategy? I mean, I'm just looking at from the business point of view. I mean, because the channel is entrepreneurship kind of stuff, and usually the way we're doing a business is that, okay, we're looking at our exit strategy when Athena reached $5 million, I'm just gonna sell it, and so on like that. What is your exit? I mean, from the business point of view, there's nothing to do with
when this the the changing directions and within Athena itself. In the beginning, we felt like, yeah, we may, if we have somebody to take us over within $5 million, man, we'll be very happy with that. But somewhere inside of me always come back, why do I do this one in the first place? I do this one in the first place. We established Athena in the first place is trying to go back to our mission. We're trying to help Muslims to make investment. So if somebody who's going to take us out, going to be walking away from halal investment, I might have second thought. I might sit in the board or something like that to make sure we're still providing our initial objective, our initial plan, which is trying to help Muslim making halal investment, something like that.
So another question here coming in, is gold trial free for 2 weeks or just the silver?
All of them.
How about
silver free for 2 weeks, gold free for 2 weeks?
Can I get the platinum for a year?
Platinum for a year? Well, we can certainly have a talk about that.
Let's go. Another question about what makes the debt haram and less debt halal if both of them bearing interest?
Yeah. And this is where the AOFI, the Islamic institutions guidance that we received. Remember, I mentioned about they met all the scholars from Islamic country. These are ulama. They the one who give the guidance. And I think, knowing the fact that right now it is almost impossible to find 100% house, the company without riba, without borrowing money from the bank. If you are working in the US company, you're trying to find a US company. So they try to find the less evil that we can participate. And we also give the suggestions, this what we call it purification factor. How much of this involvement in riba is it? Oh, first of all, when it's too big, we don't touch it, right? So if they only have maybe very small riba, like 1%, according to the guidance from AL5 from the scholar, they said it's okay, but you have to take that 1% out and give it to charity. So we give this, in Athena we call it purification factor. So we also give you the purification factor for any stock that we buy, so you can actually take the amount that is not permissible within Islam and trying to donate it away.
Or make a decision not to invest because the purification factor probably too high. I mean, according to personal effort. So anyway, yeah. The other one is from Yusuf. Give us your success story. Is there any success story that you can tell us? And I mean, what is your success rate? I mean, so far. I mean, it's not. I mean, because most of the time people will follow you.
Yeah.
With the success story, right?
Yeah. So I think, yeah, alhamdulillah. As of today, December the 6th, I think we are sitting at 30% profit, starting from June 19. So if you will, maybe around 6 months, more or less. And I think we can compete within 6 months of startup. We are 30% profit right now. That's alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, that's our success story. Our success rate ratio, about 80 to 90, 85, 87%. So right now in Athena, I think we have executed 148 trades. And within that 148 trades, I mean, we closed it already, not just buy, we're holding it. We only lost one. So 147 trades, we are profitable in a row. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
May Allah to give you more, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you more, and may
Jazakallah khairan.
Protect you and your family and your partners. Most of your partners I know.
Amin, amin, ya rabbal alamin. Yeah.
Good friends of us. So.
Bang Irwan, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Assalamualaikum, Mas Yusri.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Does Athena have competition, and what it look like in the next 5 years?
Yeah, the really similar business to us. Yeah, the answer is yes. There are competitors out there, but they are not doing 100% exactly like us. Some of them only maybe, we give you halal stock, and you have to subscribe to us, paying $100, something like that. So that's one of the competitors that we have, and they don't give you once you find the halal stock and what to do with it. They don't go that far. And for Athena, we give you the halal stock, and we also give you the idea what to do with it. Within that 800 stock, these are the ones that you should chase. These are the ones that you should consider of buying, something like that. So we are one step ahead of that our competitor right now. And also the one thing that's very new to us is give you the transparency. You can see real time what we buy and what we sell. And like I said in the beginning, it's not hypothetical. This is our very own money that we invest. So we're not doing this algorithm back tested 10 years and the result is 90% profit. but how much money they're actually profiting, I don't know. But at Athena, you actually know how much we are profiting. That I hope that give you the confidence in our business.
Good, thank you. There's another one. Is Athena considering having a mutual fund someday, like Amana Fund and Saturna and all this kind of stuff?
That is within our 5-year plan. So we're thinking our business doesn't stop in the year 2 or 3. We are making the blueprints of where Athena would go in next 5 years, next 10 years, and mutual fund, wealth management. When we can actually help, like the sister who asked the question, what about my IRA? Can I hold it long? That can be within our wealth management division. So yes, in next 5 years, we are working to get on our Athena mutual fund available for everybody. Therefore, we are not only impacting society in North America, it can go beyond that. Pretty much where everybody trades, they can buy Athena mutual fund.
Okay, so good. There's 2 more questions that I have from the audience. What happened with the loss? I mean, what happened with that? Why you lost? One. The second question is about the big success story that you're looking at right now. Is that because of the instability of the market currently, where you see, or is, I mean, what do you think in the term of when the things is already normal?
The first questions on that one loss that we took, that company is actually taking more debt. Pardon me. So in the quarter, in Halal list quarter 3 of 2020, that particular company is considered Sharia compliance. So we have indication that a big institution just buy to them, and we buy it as well. And in Q4 2020, they're actually taking more debt, which give the ratio, they make them out of the debt to market cap ratio beyond in excess of our threshold. So we have to drop them. And our position at the time, we were negative. So once we are really trying to be disciplined on what we said. Once the company become non-compliant, even we are negative, we go sell it. We don't want to, we don't want to keep it, and we're trying to stay away with what I'm saying. The other question is, our success story right now, is it only because of instability? I think no. The reason for that is the trading system that we have is very unique. When somebody recommend buying a stock, when you heard on TV, buy stock ABC, that commentator or the person, do you know how much they actually spend and buy that particular stock? 50,000, 100,000, something like that. But if you see a big institutions making a purchase on a stock in the order of $20 million, $75 million, that's a big thing. And that's the one we follow. And that will not go away when the market is stable. The big company out there, they will continue to buy a stock which they think is appropriately to buy. These big institutions, like the bank, for example, JP Morgan, that is the owner of Chase. If you have the money in the Chase, your money, they're actually using some of the money to buy some stock that they can see profitable. So they're using it probably with your money. So instead of that, I like to use it to buy my own. So I think our concept of following the big money is not related to the upturn or downturn of the market. It's really when the big institution decided to buy.
Okay. So yeah. So again, I'm going back to my first question. Is that if I'm following your investment, right? Will my $1,000 type of spare money gonna be make a dent into that, or is it really useful for me if I want to play around with my $1,000, or let's say I'm gonna put in $500 a month into this? Will that be? How is that gonna be in? I mean, because most of the brothers and sisters who's here, they work somewhere else, and they probably have some spare money, not in thousands, probably $500 or $200 a month. So how is it? What do you think? Well, probably Athena is more concentrating more on buying a big stock, or So how is that going to
be? The answer to that one, to me, I feel like, just to be frankly, it is quite hard in growing capital of $1,000 in the stock market. In stock market, it requires big money to make big money. So because we're talking about percentages, and when $1,000, when you invest $1,000 and you take 5% profit, that's maybe what $50, something like that. My math is really bad. I'm not sure how much is that. It's quite difficult to grow it, 10-50 within 3 days. But if you're disciplined on that one, I think you still be okay. But just manage expectations. Manage expectations wisely. Do not expect you're going to be in one of my training, in one of the class that I give yesterday, some investment fallacies. One of the last one that I mentioned, the people keep thinking, oh, I'm in the stock market, I'll be rich quickly. No, that's not quite true. It's the stock market is very volatile. So the money that you put in the stock market, it has to be the money that you're not going to take, that you're not going to use in next 3 or 6 months. Because in some occasion, your capital may be decreased in value. The other one that I like to mention is in trading, there's also limitation on what you can do with capital that you have. If you have 1,000 or 5,000, you cannot do daily trade in the stock market. Daily trades means you buy today and you sell it in the afternoon, and you buy again tomorrow and sell it next day. If you do that 3 times, they will block your account. In order to do day trading, or you have to have minimum amount of 25,000 in your account. That's not Athena decisions. That's the SEC decisions.
I see.
Yeah.
The high risk, high gain one.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. I'm doing the small one, so anyway, it's not. But so that one is for vacation money.
Yeah.
It's also good because I've been playing around with encouraging the kids, my kids, to invest.
Right.
But that's why I'm mentioning Robinhood, because ask them to put a small amount of money.
It's to me, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I'm geophysicist, I'm engineer by the background, and I'm working for the oil and gas industry. And right now, it is tanking like this, and I'm so glad I have second skill set beyond my primary educational background. And I think I really encourage everybody to have the second skill set beyond what you currently have, beyond your primary job right now. And become a stock trader is something that very easy to learn, and you don't have to spend much time on it. You can do it from home. It's become beneficial for me to have this skill set. I've been doing this for quite some time, and now that I'm no longer in the oil and gas industry, I can use this. So if you have a son or children who's currently at school of engineering or whatever, encourage them to have a second skill set, and maybe you can consider teaching them some financial, like like halal trading like this. That would be beneficial for them as well.
So another question is, can somebody that live in Canada invest or buy a U.S. stock?
Yes.
They can. Okay.
Yes, they can. The only difference in US right now, all the brokerage, they are really competing one another. So all the clients will go to them. They're competing to the fact that they don't charge you any commission anymore. When you make a trade, in the past 2 years ago, you have to pay $6 at least when you execute a trade, either buy or sell. Right now, they make it $0. So right now, the environment for investing in US is very, very helpful. You don't have to pay $6 anymore. It's $0, really $0. The cost is really nothing right now. But in Canada, I think they still charge like $4 per trade at this moment. So that's maybe the only difference.
So the other question is, based on your experience, which one is the best stockbroker platform? So it's the same thing. You already mentioned that the brokers that you're using is Fidelity, today I'm Ameritrade, Robinhood, for example, that charge a lot of them. I myself using a lot. I mean, for personal fun kind of stuff, playing around with. I'm using a lot of the Robinhood with the kids. And,
yeah, Robinhood is cool too.
A couple of the brothers in the Goes, Goes Club. Goes Club in DC is using also Robinhood, so we've been doing that. So just playing around so that we can buy another bike, basically. So you can buy a bike. So anyway, somebody raised their hand. Mas Iwan Ibrahim, please unmute.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iwan. I'm joining you from Jakarta. You just actually answered my first question, which is you can buy the stock from outside US. So that is good. And then my second question is basically, I mean, this is a stock trading. So I play a lot of emotions in terms of trading. I mean, how do you manage these emotions?
That's where that's where the algo comes in. That's where the algorithm, the computer assist, what we call it quant trading, quantitative trading. So decisions to buy, I mean, first of all, the algorithm, the program, the code within that we have inside thinkorswim, that's the one that give you the alert. Hey, this stock right now just pops up on my screen. The big institution just execute, either buy or sell this particular stock. So we see that one, and then that's the experience for the fund managers there in Athena right now, looking at whether this particular trade is actually buys from the big institution or sell from big institutions. And when we for sure we know that it's a buy, then we follow that. So we by using algorithm, computer algorithm, that's essentially we are taking out our humans' emotions. So we're no longer using our emotions. Oh, I think this stock's gonna go up, or I hope this stock's gonna go up. The think and the hope is no longer in our vocabulary at Athena.
Excuse me, I'm gonna follow up my continuous questions regarding the what you call it's a predictions, right? I mean, doing this, you predict based on your algorithms, right?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, predictions. I'm trying to see. I mean, because this is Islamic, gambling or something. I mean, how do you see this, Mas Yusri?
Yeah. Well, this is where you can see in our track record. I mentioned so far from 148 trades that we made in 6 months, we only wrong one.
Yeah.
So the system is working.
I'm just answering about the algorithm. It's a prediction. So is it gambling? No, it's not gambling. When you are using any resource that you have to predict certain things, that is then you can basically looking at the trend and everything. That is not considered to be gambling. Gambling is basically you are based on something that it's happened because an event just happened. So this is a trend of certain things that can change also, and that's what this is. Basically.
That's thank you, Pak Irwan. That's a really good answer. If I may, I'd like to add to that one. That goes to the basic question: is is stock investment gambling or not? The answer is no, it's not gambling. If you think again, when you purchase a stock, a share equity of the company, you actually become the owner of the company. You own something, which is the company itself, even it's only a fraction of it, but you are still the owner of it. Now we compare and contrast to the gambling business. Gambling business, for example, the casino or the slot machine, if you will, when you insert the coin or you do something with that, you don't own anything. You're just putting your money away. You're not entitled for anything, just putting your money away. And the only thing that you have is hope. I hope I'm lucky today. That's gambling. But for stock ownership, it's a trade. This is permissible within Islam, and Rasulullah SAW hadith said, Allah prohibited riba and encouraging the trades. Stock to me is a trading. We are buying a company that we think is good, and we are selling it when somebody likes it more than we are. So just like when we go to the market, the traders in the marketplace, when you go to take a mall, for example, they buy a shirt, they put it in their shop, and somebody else coming in and I want to buy this one. So the sellers take the profit. It's exactly the same way with the stock trading.
Okay, so there are a few other questions coming in. So important questions: how do you deal with tax with the stakeholder? So I mean, if at the end you keep on buying and selling during a period of time, you're profiting and all this kind of stuff. So how's that in related to the tax?
Yeah, the tax would be considerably higher tax rate than when you buy and hold the stock for long term. The SEC ruling right now is the tax bracket for long terms is actually when you hold the stock for more than 1 year. But if you hold the stock for less than 1 year, you are considered short-term trades. So your tax bracket is higher.
What is the high? What's high? Tax bracket high is what?
It will be combined with your income as well, with your annual income. When you file one tax return in April, they will be combining in there together. So every situation from individual will be different. Depends on where the tax bracket they are. But yes, the short-term holder, like what Athena does, will be charged much higher tax. But tax is good. It goes to your Social Security. You may have benefit from it when you retire, something like that. And tax is only, say you pay 25% of tax. Keep in mind, you still have 75% more of that portion for you. So paying tax is not a bad thing.
Yes. Paying tax is not bad things because it builds the community for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, how much minimum investment? Did you mention 25,000? Do you recommend 25,000 or below that? It's kind of.
Yeah, the minimum 25,000. That is the requirement when you plan to do day trades. Day trades mean when you hold it very short, like 1 day, when you hold it and you sell it next day. If you plan to do that, you have to have minimum 25,000 in your account. But if you're trying to, hold it for a week, you're fine. You're fine with 5,000, 10,000. That whatever convenient for you. You're totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I have everything other than comments from Feralisa says that it's trading basically, right? You buy low, sell high. I mean, that's basically a normal trading, right? Stuff that you were doing. So if there's no other questions or am I missing?
Bang Irwan, saya ada pertanyaan lagi. Ini masalah training, Mas Yusri tadi bilang kan ya, ada training.
Iya.
Jadi udah di website ada ya itu apa? Training ini di offer buat yang orang-orang yang baru beginners banget buat trading ini. Ada training khusus buat mereka.
Yes.
Trading 101 lah ya istilahnya.
Yeah. We offer foundations trading or basic trading, basically for for you who just gain interest in trying to know how to make a trade, how to buy for the first time, and how to screen this stock that is it good or not to invest on. Yeah, we have the basic trading. It's essentially for free. In the past we offered it for free for those who are interested, but in one occasion we have like 20 people register and only like 8 show up. So right now we start charging them $5 just to get their commitment. You know, if when I like the student to be really attentive in the class, meaning you attend the class and you are really there physically and emotionally, really listening to the class itself, not just wandering around, or once you log in, you go away somewhere else. That's a little bit difficult to get to learn on how to do this. So by charging them $5, I think only people who are committed will be attending the class, will be registered to the class.
Yeah, and I think that's a good strategy, because sometimes free class people take it for granted and
yeah.
taking that. But if they pay for it, they come, and they, especially on the Muslim community, I believe it happens that way. So anyway,
thank you, Mas Yusri.
No problem. Sama-sama.
Yeah, I think last one is Master Gu about how about zakat on day trading.
Oh, okay. Zakat, I think we have to go back to the definition of zakat.
Yeah.
Zakat only mandatory for us once you accumulated the amount for a year beyond what you need, right? If it's not accumulated for a year, zakat is not due. Zakat is due a year later. So there's no difference between you hold it for a long time, the trading itself, or you sell it short time. There's really no difference in my opinion. It's due. That's the Islamic ruling. Is 1 year after you hold it, after you make a profit from it. Well, not only making a profit, even your stock still you still have the position in the stock and you didn't sell it, but you already have it for more than a year. That's probably due for zakat. So consider that as well. Your retirement account, that also due for zakat when you hold it for a long time already.
That's why I don't have a retirement account.
Because that's your money.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah khairan. Jazakallah khairan.
Mudah-mudahan I can see you again in Houston one of these days if the Houston is open. But they don't
inshallah.
I don't require visa to come to Houston, right? So inshallah, we'll come and visit in the Istiqlal Masjid.
Yes, inshallah. Please.
Over there. I know we had a good project together in building a house after the Harvey. Harvey.
Yeah.
And we hope that we can do the same thing again in one some humanitarian kind of stuff that we can implement that, as I mentioned earlier in the opening of the session, is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala challenged all of us to do the business that can serve us in the akhirah. So
exactly.
Something after doing the business, we always have to remind ourselves, turning back and say, Ya Allah, make this business is for you only, so that inshallah all the blessing is for this dunya and akhirah, inshallah. So jazakallah khair for all the audience, all the brothers and sisters in the IMSA channel, YouTube, as well as Facebook, and all our also thank to all the Athena board that attended this and also be able to share their thought and their knowledge about this, so that we can do better. We can make the economic of the Muslims get better, so that they can contribute more to the masjid or the local community, inshallah. So inshallah, we'll close it with dua tafaratul majlis, inshallah, and then I will ask, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, asyhadu an la ilaha illa ant, wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik, wal as innal insana lafi husn, illa alladhina amanu wa amilus solihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Jazakallah khair again for everybody. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you and your family stay healthy and out of this calamity. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase your iman and health. Inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamualaikum.
Amin. Amin. Ya Rabbal alamin. Wa jazakallah khairan, Syekh. Wassalamualaikum.